Welcome to another episode of Effortless Coding. My name is Samuel, and of course I'm glad that you've joined us in this episode. For those people who've not watched our previous episode, please go back to our channel. Let's focus on what we had said we're going to talk about in this particular episode. We will talk about what we call whitespace insensitivity. Now in PHP, when you're coding, there's what we call whitespace. Sometimes, basically in terms of definition, a white space is just something that you type in your code that is not visible on the browser whenever you're accessing it. Now this can be the space button. When you click the space button, that is a white space. When you click the tab button, that is a white space. And there are those also carriage returns like enter and all that. PHP is whitespace insensitive, meaning when you type one white space or 1,000 white spaces, all of them are the same. It never matters. It doesn't say that it doesn't interpret that if you type 1,000 white spaces, that would be different from just typing one white space. So I would want you to understand that. So PHP is white space insensitive, and practically we're going to see that. Now let's go to the practicals. I want you to type the following so that you see the results when you're accessing in your browser. As you can see on my screen, I have the coding, the Sublime editor on my left and the browser on the right. So I want you to type these in your myfirstphpproject.php. Open the PHP code. I'm sure by now you know how to do that. Whatever PHP statement that we're gonna type has to appear within the PHP opening tags and the closing tags. So write the following statement as you can see on my screen. Don't put so much focus on what it means, because we'll explain how variables are written, how constants are written, but just type the following. So write a $sign and the word 4 or 5. Let's use 5. What's your favorite number? Use whatever number you want. So in our case, let's say 5. So $5, then space, single space is equals to single space 2 single space plus single space 3, then finish that with a semicolon. Remember, our statements are always finished by a semicolon. Now we can comment on this by saying this is a single space expression, so just do a comment, double forward slash or hashtag. Remember, we did commenting, so do and say single space expression. So press enter. Let's go to the second line. So write again, same variable 5. So write the $sign and the word 5. Then instead of the single space, I want you to press tab, then say is equals, then tab, then number 2 tab plus tab 3, and then semicolon. Then you can comment and say this is spaces with tabs. So just say this is spaces with tabs. Then the last option we're going to do is using the multiple lines, carriage return. So type same way, $5 space is equals, then press enter. Then write 2 plus, then press enter. Then write 3, then semicolon. Then you can comment on that and say multiple lines. So all these are 3 options where you've used the single space, you've used the tabs, and you've also used the carriage return. Now I want you, after you've closed your PHP statement, I want you to save that document as you can see on my screen. I want you to go to the browser section and refresh. Now, we've not yet printed these statements. I want us to print these statements. But just know, as a matter of explanation, as I said, PHP is white space insensitive. So it means all these will actually return the same result. Now, I want you to go back to your PHP code, and after the first expression, which was the single space, I want you to type echo. Just type the word echo. Before the second expression where we use tabs, I want you to type echo and then space, then that variable 5. So $5. And I want you to go back to your I want you to go back to your browser, refresh that browser and see what you'll see. It should actually give you number 5. It should actually give you 5 as the result, because we are just printing the result of 2 plus 3 using the single spaces. Now, after you've seen that, let's now go back and see what output it will give us when you are using the second expression where we had tabs. So immediately after the second expression where we had tabs, I want you to go underneath that, just before the multiple lines. I want you to type echo, the same statement. Don't even just copy paste from where you had put, just below the single spaces. Now paste it just below the spaces with tabs. And then save the document, go to the browser and refresh and see if you'll find a different result. It should actually be the same as the first one. As you can see on my browser, it's actually working well. Now let's try also on the third option. Copy paste the echo statement and paste it at the end after the multiple lines expression, and save that document as you can see on my screen, and refresh that page on the browser. You should actually be able to see that it has echoed the variable 5 as number 5, which is the addition, the sum of 2 plus 3. So that example clearly demonstrates that PHP is whitespace insensitive. There are actually programming languages that you can't do that. They will produce different results if you did that. But for PHP, never worry if you've used more than one whitespace, or you've used a tab in a variable or anything like that. Just know that it will interpret it as one whitespace, and that's all that matters. So if you have any question with regards to the whitespace insensitivity, kindly remember we have a comment section. You can always put your comments down on the comment section. If you want to connect with us, as I told you earlier, we run a digital marketing agency that focuses on various services. And in this particular episode, I'll talk about bulk SMS. Now, we offer bulk SMS services to our customers. If you want to reach out to your potential customers and organization, we have the bulk SMS platform for you, which actually has 99% open rates. If you compare bulk SMS to email marketing, trust you me, bulk SMS is very effective. We can register your organization's brand as a sender ID so that the person receiving that SMS knows that it comes from this particular organization. It helps actually brand your organization in a good way, and it's actually very cost effective because we will not charge you much per SMS. Right now, if you send an SMS to somebody, it might charge you 1 shilling. Bulk SMSs are cheaper than that. So kindly contact us on these particular links that you've seen, social media channels, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or you can call us on the number that is actually on your screen to be able to have your bulk SMS platform set up. And until next time, it's always Sam, and I'm glad that you always join us. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, share the videos, or share the channel for other people who might be interested in learning how to code. And until next time, kudos.